If I scroll back, you said planet. That's what you're getting questioned on. Nothing more, nothing less. You're assuming because ball's in sky, we are on a ball. I don't care what you call what we stand upon. The simple facts of it are, there is zero measured curvature. So if you wish to call it a sphere, an oblate spheroid, or even a curved landmass, you are incorrect. Muhammad, please understand, we don't need a model. We have reality. We don't compare models to models. We compare reality to your model, and then we show you it's wrong. For example, when you sit a globe or a sphere on a tabletop and we can witness that it has curvature, then we get our little legs and we run outside and test for the curvature. We prove that there is none, and that falsifies your ball-tard. It's that simple. Why is he hung up on this model shit? If we give you a model, what is it going to do? Are you then going to compare it to a model of your ball-tard? This is what I don't understand. Every one of these Glober kids comes in here bitching. You don't have a model. Cry, cry, cry. Where's your model? I want a model. We need a model. What is the necessity of the model, Muhammad? If you don't talk, I'm going to knock your text capabilities off you. So you're forced to. Why do you require a model, Muhammad?
To debunk it, I guess.
So, have you tried looking at the globe and debunking it?
Yes.
And how did you go?
There are graphics on the internet, you know.
So you're just gonna... The answer to have you tried debunking the globe is there's graphics on the internet. Holy shitballs. What has that got to do with the price of eggs in China?
You're not even giving me a picture to debunk it. I mean, that's insane.
Hold on, we're talking about you debunking the globe. How did you go with that? What was your results?
Okay, I'm not talking about globe. Let's say it's nonsense. Let's say it's a nonsense that NASA gives us. Okay? Let's say it's
stop
a nonsense
sidestepping.
thing.
No, stop, shut up. I'm not giving you a model. I want to know your requirements. Why do you need a model? And you said to me to debunk it. There is no model. Reality, outside, that is the model. Go outside and measure it if you want to debunk it. That's how it works. If you want to know how far it is across a lake, you measure it. If you want to know how much deviation there is across a horizontal over that particular lake, you measure it. This is up to you. That's the model. I don't know how or why you cannot comprehend this. So now let's press your globe against reality, because that's what's going to happen. Now, have you done this? Yes or no?
Oh my God. I just
I'm
wish
not going to help you.
Yeah, okay.
Have you compared the globe to reality? Yes or no?
Yes.
And what was the results?
It made sense.
So what did you test?
I didn't test anything.
I just asked you if you tested it. And your answer was yes.
I think you asked me that if you seen the globe, if you
If
measure,
I ask, listen carefully. Have you seen the globe? Have you tested the globe? Or have you tested the globe against reality? See, they don't even sound the same.
Okay, I have not tested the globe. I have not seen the globe. Okay, that's the answer.
So here's you crying, begging, screaming out for a model, and you haven't even tested the one that you've already got that's claimed to be true, accurate, and real. Why wouldn't you go and rip that apart first before trying to beg for something else?
I don't need even to test them like Earth myself, you know? There are
Why
graphics
not?
that, yeah,
No,
because
why
I'm
not?
answering you.
I'm not worried about the graphics. Let's just put that aside. Why not? Why don't you have to test the Earth?
Because the phenomenons I see and I observe in my daily life pretty makes sense with the
So you
globe
see,
Earth.
so you see flat. You don't see any curvature, and you're telling us that it matches to a globe model. Are you on drugs?
Okay. First of all, you're so
Seriously?
disrespectful. I'm so yeah.
No,
I'm
you
so
think
worried
about
about
it. Use
you.
some logic. If you're
I
telling
know.
me that
No,
you're
you don't know
witnessing a
logic.
flat surface,
Listen,
if
listen,
you're telling
listen.
me
Even
you're
if I say
witnessing a
two and
flat
two is
surface,
four, I have done this multiple times in this channel.
I know, and you're going to train up nicely. If you're telling me that you witness a flat surface and then that surface is curved, normally someone would say you are crazy, you are on drugs, you have mental problems. If you tell anyone that you see a flat surface and then 5 seconds later tell them that that surface is curved, you have some kind of breakdown, my friend. There's some kind of gap between point A, I see a flat surface, and point B, I'm telling you it's curved. I don't know where the disconnect is, but you need to comprehend that. Not me. I'm telling you about it. You can't see it.
Matrix, can I give it a shot with the Muhammad?
All
I'm having a
yours,
hard
man.
time I'm having a hard time hearing where he's at there. Muhammad, do you want to just give a quick recap where you are? Because we spoke the other day, right? You, DJ, and I, and some others, and it went very well. I'm curious
First of all,
where things will went awry. Go ahead.
first of all, I want to say that that dude have some serious problems in his personal life. I can assure you that. Okay,
Okay,
he
man.
gets so angry and so offensive at.
The
Dude, doesn't
reason
matter.
is you're thick as pig shit. If you can't understand something so simple as you saying, I see flat, but it's curved, and you can't see that's broken, I can't help you, my friend.
Muhammad, recap. What's going on?
Oh my god. Okay, listen. I have so much respect to you and Mr. DJ and people like that in his channel, but come on, that man. Listen, I have already. I'm not even here to talk about like globe Earth versus flat Earth. Okay, I'm just saying that how logic doesn't work against
No,
people
your
like him.
logic is you require us to give you a model. I've
He
instructed
insults me
you
like a
to
child.
go and check
He
reality.
insults me
You
like a
don't
child.
like
He
that.
insults
I
me
don't
like a
know
child.
why. And all
You
you can
insult me like
do
a
is
child.
bitch.
Okay.
Maybe if you weren't a freaking child, it wouldn't happen. Haven't you
Muhammad,
worked that out yet?
bro, just address the points, okay? If you don't want to talk globe or flat, then there's no real point talking here. Okay.
All he wants is a model. I've told him to go and measure reality. I asked him if he's questioned his reality next to his globe model. First off, he says yes, then he says no. Like, he's all over the place.
I'm
He
sorry.
can't
First
track
of all,
his
may
own
I ask?
stuff. How the hell are we
May
supposed to?
Okay, you said your point. May I ask who is muting me right here?
Doesn't matter.
Who is? No,
Doesn't
because
matter.
I want a reason. Okay, because I wasn't disrespectful or anything.
Doesn't matter, dude. I actually
I'd
couldn't
love to
tell
know
you.
what your definition of disrespectful is.
Muhammad. As far as I
Okay,
know
I
right
mean,
now, there are
listen.
these three hang on, let me finish, dude. There are 3 mods in
Okay,
the
give
room
me
right
two
now.
minutes. Okay, give me two
Hang on.
minutes and
Dude,
mute
I
me
was
after that. Okay, give me
Muhammad,
2 minutes and
I was
I'm sorry.
mid-sentence, dude. I was mid-sentence. Okay. At the moment, there are 3 mods in the room. It could have been any one of us. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm trying to ask you to clarify your point so we can move on. Yeah, Matrix is very loud. We get it. And a lot of us love him for it. Okay? Who cares?
Okay,
What's
first
the
of all,
issue? Where are you
okay,
at, man?
as much as I know, there had been lots of models of flat Earth. Each
Yep.
of them had been debunked by
Okay.
facts.
Okay.
Okay, but you, now that I ask for a model or graphic, which is the very basic request for someone that has an ideology. You guys have an ideology, okay? You guys have a theory. I'm just respectfully asking to show me how does your model work? A
Go
basic graphic, a
outside and
basic
witness it
drawing.
for yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
talking to you. I'm
That
talking
reality is it.
Mohammed, Matrix, give me a sec, dude. Okay. Mohammed, here's the thing. When you talk about all these models have been debunked and stuff, okay?
Yes.
Models in question, for example, like the AE map, you know, where the little ball sun kind of goes around and shit. People have criticized that. Yeah, I get that. Okay. The problem is, dude, even if those models were debunked, okay, that enough is not sufficient to say that the premises are false, because the base premises, i.e., the ground is measured flat. Okay, you can construct a model from that if you want, or if somebody wants to do that. The sheer fact that somebody hasn't put something together like that is accurate does not negate these base principles.
Okay, may I
So
answer?
if someone comes to you and says nobody has an accurate model, okay, if that's not palatable enough for you, you want to wait till somebody does that. If anybody ever does, you're going to miss out on the fundamentals.
Okay, may I answer, please?
That's why Matrix is encouraging you, go outside, right, and get the fundamentals for yourself, because those are what are
Okay.
important. Go ahead.
Yes, may I answer, please?
Yep.
So previously, when I talked to you, you just said that if you somehow that in a NASA or whatever institute is out there would allow you to give in this space and observe the globe Earth, you would say that, oh, it's cool. The Earth is
That was
globe.
not me. That was not me. That
Okay,
was DJ.
it was
That was
another
DJ.
guy.
Yeah, I
So
was
based
for
on
that. That was
that,
DJ.
yeah, I don't know who was that, but it was in this channel. So I'm just
Mhm.
saying, based on that claim, those measurements that you guys did might be wrong, right?
Yep. Yep. Sure.
So there is no
So I'd ask
certainty.
you. Well, hang on, dude. Here, hang on. We'd ask you how you would know that if they are. Now, if you're going to appeal to some point in the future where, you know, something may or may not even happen to back that statement, it doesn't get us anywhere. But if you can show how you guys measure something, the method is erroneous, you know, you're doing some math wrong, or your instrumentation is not precise enough, blah 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 blah, we can talk about that in the here and now. The appeal to the
Okay,
future thing, oh, you might go to space. We entertain that just to kind of grease the conversation a little bit, okay? Because I like the odds of that ever happening doesn't even really matter. Okay, so if you're gonna pivot yourself on that or anchor yourself to that, it's not going to take you very far.
okay. First of all, to reach that point, we should actually argue what logic is, because I have already done logic in this channel, and this egg guy just got aggressive. Okay, so
Your
right
logic
now,
failed. We've already
I just
covered
want
that quite
to,
comfortably.
to
Your
review
logic,
how logic works.
Muhammad,
Okay,
listen carefully. Your
listen.
logic. I see
So
flat, I say curve.
I want
That's your logic.
I want you to consider an animal in your head. Okay, like for example, horse. Consider horse in your head.
Why are we entertaining this? Muhammad,
Okay.
you see flat, you say
I'm
curve.
not talking to
How is
you.
that
I'm not
logic?
talking to you.
Please link that
I'm not
for us.
talking to you. I'm not talking
Yeah,
to you.
you're going to
Okay.
preach to
Just-
him
just
about logic
listen.
because you're a freaking coward. You are preying
I'm
on
not
him
talking
being a
to you.
nice guy. I'm not putting up with your bullshit. You've just
I'm
said
not
our
talking-
logic fails in this channel, and I've just smashed your logic out of the friggin' ballpark. So,
I'm
I
not
see
talking-
flat,
Listen.
I say curve. Explain that.
I don't talk to you, man. Why are you even talking? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to a dark.
Then you have no right to
Listen.
speak logic in here.
You don't know logic, how logic works, so just silence.
Your
Okay.
logic.
Consider-
I see a flat surface and I think it's curved. That's your logic. Fucking broken.
Matrix, can I hear him how he would word it? Because I know sometimes we condense it. I want to hear his phrasing of it.
Okay, listen, Mr. Tony Cops. I don't know what your name is. Consider horse in your head, okay? The animal horse. I'm now going to ask you 5 questions. Just assume that I don't know what animal in your head is, okay? What animal you're imagining. Okay. Does that animal live on land? Answer me.
Yes.
Okay. Does that animal, for example, I don't know, is tameable?
Tameable?
I mean, yeah, we can tame him and use him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Does it, like, for example, eat like vegetable?
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is, the way my logic works, one of the way that logic works is, from all those animals that live in this planet, okay, with these questions and these matchings, I'm trying to eliminate
Yep.
the animals that doesn't match to that question, okay?
Yeah.
So question,
deductive. Yeah, you're using a deductive a deductive approach. Yeah.
yeah. So, question to question, I'm going to eliminate all of those animals, and only a few acceptable results will remain that perfectly match our concept. See what I mean? I mean, yeah,
Okay.
for example, there could have been, for example, assume that I ask you, for example, 100 questions about that animal, and we reach the point that, okay, the answer is perfectly the horse, nothing else. Yes, there might be some kind of animal in this planet that match those questions too, okay? But we haven't discovered them yet. So all of us can agree that the perfect answer could be horse. It's a very acceptable answer. So yeah, I think the logics of how globe Earth works is kind of the same thing. We okay, let me explain. We match certain phenomenon.
Hang on,
like,
dude.
for example,
I get your point though. But can I interject quickly?
Yeah, I will just make my point in 1 sentence or 2 sentences. I don't
Go
want
for
to talk too much. Yeah. For example, there are lots of phenomenons that, for example, 24-hour sun in Antarctica, day and night, seasoning, I don't know, the rotation of stars, clockwise, counterclockwise, okay? With these questions, with these matchings, we eliminate other models. For example, we eliminate flat Earth. We eliminate triangle model.
There's no flat Earth model that's been given to you. So how can you eliminate something that has not been given to you?
Come on,
I mean,
bro. Come on.
It has been.
Tony, I'm just going to inform you. Yeah, we're just going to. I'm just going to inform you that this is just rinse, frickin' repeat of last night.
I know. Of last night, I wasn't here last night with him. He was here 2 nights ago, I think.
It was the night before.
And he was actually
2 nights ago. My bad. Sorry. It's just rinse, repeat.
Okay. He was very cordial that other night. We were going over shit. I think he brought up something about a discussion between Witsit and no, who was it? Who was it, Mohammed? It was Professor Dave and somebody else, right?
What do you mean? What flat earther? What?
Remember when you were here the last time, you had some questions about a particular discussion between two individuals, one of them being Professor Dave and somebody else, right? That
Yes.
that conversation went very, very well, man. Right? I'm just
Yes.
highlighting that to Matrix. We had a good time. So I don't see. I'm curious as to what would have made you flop and kind of get all panicky and shit and come back in here and ask us all this stuff and be accusatory and whatnot. You know what I mean? But before we get to that, though, let me
He's hung up on a handful of phenomena.
First of all,
Yeah, let me answer your
to
question, then, Mohammed. I just want to address
Okay.
something. Okay. So here's the problem with the analogy of the horse. Okay. You're asking me, okay, to come up with something in my head. Okay. Okay, you're asking me to
Yes.
come up with something in my head, and then we're trying to break it down of what it might be. Okay, it's not exactly
Yes.
analogous to what's going on the outside, because outside, it's not subject to the interpretation of people. Okay, like if I give you an apple, okay, or a fruit or an object, and ask you what shape it is, you might ask these series of questions, okay, but you're going to eventually apply some sort of methodology to check yourself. For example, right? You take a ruler, you get certain dimensions of the thing, whatnot, and then based on certain definitions, all right, it's this, that, or the other thing. Right? You're kind of asking like does it quack like a duck? Does it walk like a duck? It must be a duck. That's kind of the approach you're taking. The issue is with this, though. Okay, if you want to go that route, if it curves like a ball, it would be a ball, but it doesn't curve like a ball, so it can't be a ball. If you want to simplify it to that, maybe you can critique that point, right? Because all the other things that you talk about, shit in the sky or whatnot, these are not the surface. Whatever's going on up there might not be happening on a curved surface if the curved surface is not there. However, you might want to conceptualize it. So if you want to go down that kind of simple A equals A, B equals B, or A equals B, A equals C, therefore B equals C type of thing, you have to address the main characteristic, which is surface curvature.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say
now,
that
here's the thing.
whatever.
This is what Matrix. Hang on, I just want to point out. This is what Matrix has been telling you. Okay, this entire time. You go outside. You get the measurement. It's not curved. It is curved. Whatnot. Now I just have a little bit more of a fluid way of expressing it to you. So hopefully it's stuck.
Okay. First of all, I want to say this in parentheses. Okay, just not my whole point. Just something in parentheses. So in response to that guy, it doesn't matter what kind of proof I bring on the table. Whatever, please don't interrupt me, okay? I just want to say this and move to my main point. Whatever proof I bring on the table, he would just say, might go and measure the flat earth. Whatever you say doesn't make sense. Just measure the flat earth, okay? That's exactly what he says. So it doesn't matter what kind of proof I bring.
That's incorrect.
So
the proof that you can supply is measurement of the ground, is measurement of large bodies of water. If you go and get that and you show something contradictory to what we've got, then we have to look into it.
Okay, I said that in parentheses. And second, my main point. Whatever is happening in the sky, okay, is not some kind of magic or I don't know, teleportation of sun or whatever. I know what you say. You say whatever is happening on the sky is happening above the flat earth, okay? But what I'm saying, whatever is happening right there is not some magic. It's happening every year for millions of years. We have observed it. We have observed the 24-hour sun for years, for millions of years. So it's not a trick. It's not a magic. It's something that we can use as an illusion. See what I mean?
Let's investigate this too. Jenna, do you want to take a shot at it?
Yeah, just very quickly on the logic standpoint, you're talking about deductive reasoning. Sorry, we're talking about deductive reasoning. You're talking about inferences. Inductive reasoning. You look up at the sky and you make an inference. We measure the floor. That's deductive reasoning. You have to understand the difference. Now, we're not making claims that the sky is magic. We just can't use deductive reasoning to figure out what it is. We can only make suggestions. Right? You
But
understand the difference?
yes, because you're saying that why just go and like talk about the skies when you can simply measure the ground. Okay, that's what are you saying? I'm saying
Yeah,
with
because that's the question.
yes, and I'm saying with looking at the skies and observing the phenomenon year by year for like millions of years, there are lots of phenomena that show actually why they require the curvature of Earth for them to
Dude,
happen. You know what I mean?
dude,
For example, the
dude.
24-hour sun in
Dude, sorry,
Antarctica
excuse me.
needs 6
Excuse
months.
me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. If there is a curved surface, we should easily be able to measure it. We don't measure any curvature. So whatever your inference is about the sky and I don't know how you've come to this conclusion, to be honest with you, that it requires a curved surface to operate over, that's still your subjective opinion. We're going to have to deal with the surface because that's what we can have access to and that's what we can measure. You say it's only happening on a curved surface, so we should be able to measure that curved surface. We don't. That's the problem.
So as that phenomenon doesn't match your measurement, can't we say that
What
maybe your
phenomena?
measurements were wrong? For example, the 24-hour sun.
What does a thing in the sky, its motion, how does that change a surface?
Okay, that's literally what I said because I said in order for that phenomenon to
I'm asking you
happen, it
how it depends
requires.
upon a surface.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm not quite getting your question, but I'm just saying
It's fine.
in order for that phenomenon to happen, it literally requires the curvature of the Earth. So
Okay.
I'm just
And
saying,
sorry, that's my
okay, I'm just
question.
saying, just
How?
finish my point.
How have
I
you
just want to
come to
finish
this
my point
conclusion? How have you come to this conclusion?
of how, for example, that phenomenon
Yeah,
needs curvature.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a big step forward right now because you are just literally saying that what I say matters, not just I just throw them away because we have measurements. I appreciate that. So it needs curvature because, for example, in the North Pole, okay, in summer, is is pointing toward the sun. At the exact moment in the South Pole, is having pure darkness, okay? While in North Pole, we have months of daylight and we can literally see the sun is circulating above us and not setting down. See what I mean?
Yeah, I'm aware of
That
the
thing
phenomena,
happened.
dude. Dude, I'm aware of the phenomena. Right?
Yeah, I just want to.
Let me help you. Let me help. At the moment, it
Okay,
feels like you're going to try and affirm the consequence. Right? You're going to point at the phenomena
yes.
and say that this can only happen on a sphere. The Earth is a sphere because of this phenomena, or whichever way round you want to use the formal logical fallacy. It's what you're trying to do.
Yes, I'm trying to say that. If you give me just 30 seconds, I will just finish my point and give you the time. Okay?
Indeed, like carry on.
Okay, thank you. So this phenomenon happens exactly 6 months apart. Not exactly 6 months, maybe 4 months and stuff. But the thing is, in order for that phenomenon happen, we need a shape of something like a sphere. Not exactly maybe a sphere or maybe, I don't know, a cube or something. Because that phenomenon needs this kind of model to work. In a flat earth, it doesn't work.
Why?
So,
What do you mean?
okay,
Sorry, hold on.
then
In a flat Earth, it doesn't work. Okay. When
Yeah.
you've got a flat Earth in your head, what's that then? Because I'm
Due
assuming
to
you've
the
compared and contrast to reach your conclusion. Because
okay,
at the
I
moment,
mean, due
it just feels
to
like your hand waving it away. You've got this thing that you keep saying, it won't happen, it won't work on a flat Earth. You keep saying that. I'm asking you how you've demonstrated that to be true.
Not only that,
You haven't
what's the
done anything, have you?
I was going to ask about
okay,
the sun
I'm
too.
gonna answer on a globe Earth.
No, dude, you say it couldn't happen on the flat Earth. I'm asking you how you've come to this conclusion. What tests have you done? What do you think the flat Earth is? You haven't done anything,
So
have you?
okay, so I'm gonna answer your question of what you think the flat Earth is. Uh, First of all, I have searched and, like, for example, got multiple examples of flat Earth given straightly, but by the flat earthers themselves, not, for example, some stupid guys trying to mock the flat Earth philosophy. Okay, those flat earthers themselves gave that models. So yeah, based
Okay.
those models don't work. Like
Okay. Well done
yeah,
for noticing that those models don't work. Okay. And
yeah,
and
and
so
that's wrong.
that model that shows an AE map with the north at the center and the circumference around the south like a disc is a straw man. That's really not what we in this channel claim. Yes, other people have said that they think this might be what the Earth is, but it's a map. It's a map of the globe. It's a map of the globe that's projected out from the north, so the circumference is the south. That's a globe map. It's not a flat Earth model. It's not a representation of what anybody thinks in here. What you're doing is what everybody's been doing for the last 10 years, burning down a model that no one really has made a claim to. Because you're probably late to the party. This model that we're claiming or you're claiming was already here when we got here, right? On YouTube videos and people talking about this and people talking about that. So that is a straw man. Just hope you understand. So when you're trying to say that it doesn't work on a flat Earth, yeah, on this straw man.
So let me just ask this question, okay? All of you
Mhm.
guys believe that the Earth is flat. I mean, I mean, yeah, your main
Oh
purpose
no,
is to
no,
fight the concept of the Earth being globe. I get that. This is your
no,
main fight. This is your main concept to prove that
no.
Earth is not globe. Whatever they are showing us is fake, okay? But
What?
all of
Okay.
you agree that there is for that. So, as what you said, that you have measurements, you have logic, you have, like, uh, I don't know, tools. Okay, so I think that's not much of a big request to just give me what you think the flat Earth is. A basic graphic. That's not much to ask. See what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's really hard, dude. I personally don't have the skill set to do that. I can't make you a conception of a flat Earth. It's just horizontal and not moving with the stars in the sky above, in motion above the stationary Earth. Whatever motions they have, it's above a stationary Earth, dude. Now, I can't model this. And there are loads of models out there that don't require the Earth to have any geometry, especially when we're making predictions about things in the sky, like the path of Jupiter, when we're going to see it, eclipses, both solar and lunar, don't require any Earth-based geometry. It's an observer-based system. So
Sorry to
what I'm
cut you
pointing
there.
out
I'm
to you
so
is
sorry to cut
what
you
I'm
there.
trying to point out to you is you don't actually have a model with geometry in it. You've got an idea of a solar system with the Earth being a sphere, but that model doesn't make predictions, and that geometry isn't necessary to make the predictions of the things in the sky.
I'm sorry to cut you right there. I'm, because I don't want you to get exhausted and make back and forth. I just want to search what literary geometry means, not just in common belief.
Earth measure.
Okay. So I just want you to just want to came into one conclusion, even it is so little, so unimportant, because I think it's even better than getting back and forth and just getting angry of nothing. So can you just admit that by not having a graphic acceptable by lots of the members of this channel and the whole flat earth community, you guys have just admitted that you have the lower hand compared
No,
to globe earth
no,
because they have
no,
a graphic and
no,
you don't.
no.
They have cartoon
Do you
and
understand what a my friend? Do you understand what a reification fallacy is?
No.
Okay, a reification fallacy, also known as the fallacy. You understand what I mean by fallacy, right? Bad logic.
No.
So it's also known as the fallacy of misplaced concretism. So to keep it simple, it's taking concepts and giving them physical attributes. Like, for example, love. Now, love isn't physical on itself, right? But if I was to reify it and gave it physical existence, I could maybe hurt somebody with it. Same thing with like a coordinate system, like height, width, and length. Now, that's just a convention to explain reality. It's not reality in and of itself. Same with a map, same with a model. The map or the model isn't the reality in and of itself. It's just a conceptual idea. Now, you should probably Google this reification fallacy, because one of the first or second examples is the map is not the land. So the idea of reification fallacy is what you keep appealing to, which again is based on your subjective opinion and not based on empirical measurements. I'll put it simply for you. If you're actually going to make a model of reality, you're going to start by measuring the reality to then base your model on. You're going to make observations, you're going to make measurements, and you're going to want to know your location. To do all of these things, you're going to measure a flat Earth because that's the base standard, right? When you make a map, you measure the land. When we measure the land, it's horizontal. So from that point onwards, you have to create something, I guess, either out of conceptual ideas and not based on the obvious reality that is measured. You keep relying on fallacious reasoning. We keep relying on the empirical measurements.
Okay, let me just ask you a question. I just want to know how a discussion with a flat earther actually works. So you're literally telling me that whenever I'm discussing with you or any flat earther, I should not bring any kind of phenomenon that happens in the world and only talk about measures. That's right?
Sorry, it depends on what you're questioning. What phenomena are you talking about?
Day and light, seasoning, 24-hour sun, the rotation of stars, whatever.
Yeah, you're going to beg the question of a model.
No, just answer me simply because I think, yeah, don't overcomplicate anything. So I only have to
No.
talk about measures,
I
not
mean,
phenomena, right?
If the
no,
question
the way
is,
he's saying is like
what,
you
my
can.
friend, okay,
Yeah.
the question is, what is the surface of the Earth? Not how the seasons work, not how the day and night cycles work. What is the surface description and measurement of the Earth? We answer that question by measuring the surface of the Earth. We don't make a claim to the sun, moon, and sky, why these things operate. You ask us those questions. Our claim's the Earth's flat.
So
But like if
your
you're on a
simple
plane, you can
answer
see the
would
curvature.
be so your simple answer would be yes. Your simple answer would be yes. So
Yeah.
I should not talk about any kind of phenomenon and just talk about measures. Am I right?
Yeah, because the question is about the surface of the Earth, not about the
Nice.
sky. Yep.
Amazing. Finally, I get a simple answer from a flat earther. That's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we
No
will
worries.
not waste
All right.
our
If you
time
want to
of
debate,
any
you can
kind of
just
phenomenon.
like you aren't
Oh my
supposed to
God,
say like
that's
something
amazing. No,
like
I
that.
really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I just
yeah.
found out
Like,
that
what's
when
your
I'm
question?
talking to you guys, we should just talk about measures. I got. Thank you. So I'm gonna just research for these measurements and will talk to you back. Thanks for giving me a basic yes or no answer. Thank you
Okay,
so
okay.
much.
You can't use the internet
Don't get it.
to.
Hold on a second. Just want- well, Tombstone, give me a second, dude. Mohammed, I just want to reiterate. Okay, the other night when you were in here with myself and DJ, I could tell you, man, that that's all we were trying to bring up and address to you and put forth to you. Okay, so for you
But
to say, "Oh, the first time I got an answer," it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? We spoke for a long ass
bro, you
motherfucking
never.
time, man.
No,
What are you
you never
talking about?
directly told me. You never directly told me that all of that stuff doesn't matter. We should only talk about measures. If you said that to me, I wouldn't waste your time and my time talking about these obvious phenomenons. Okay?
You are joking.
My God,
You are
no, dude,
100%
that's not the
joking.
case. That's not the case, dude. Every time you've brought something up, we're like, dude, we can't necessarily talk about that because number one, it's either non sequitur or it's indirect or whatever. We should go to the Earth itself and measure it. Shit like that has been had been reiterated to you several times in different ways. Now, if we didn't phrase it with the word, we should measure it every time. It was certainly indicated that. Now, if you don't believe me, go back on the live stream, okay, and point out where we didn't do that. Okay? The whole effort was to hone in on this reality. So,
This is
I
being
mean, dude,
recorded.
if you didn't understand it, then you didn't understand it, that's fine. But to say that, for example, that entire conversation the other night was fruitless for you because we didn't do that one thing, I think it's a very disingenuous move, but that's just my take. All right? Carry on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but if you just directly told me that Mohammed, stop talking about anything. Whatever you are talking about might be correct, might not be correct. But let's please talk about that later and just talk about measurements. If you said that, the thing would be way, way more easy. You are telling
I
me that,
did.
okay, we tried to
Multiple
tell
times
you
in a
multiple
row. You
times.
cried about it. My next
Okay.
level is to get a piece of paper and draw it in crayon. Go outside and measure it yourself and then hand it to you, making sure I didn't give you the crayon so you'd eat the fucking thing. That's the levels I was at with you. And now you're telling Jedi that he's done the right thing by telling you to go and do measurements. Well, obviously he likes Jedi more than everyone else.
I
Thank
just
you, Jedi.
understand because
You got through to him.
yeah, I just got a very, very constructive and productive conclusion in my head that I'm not talking about other guys, just you as Mr. Egg, think that everything that happening in above the skies is magic and could be Superman or I don't know.
I
Wonder
never
Woman or
mentioned
whatever.
anything about magic, you fucking liar.
Okay, so yeah, I will talk
Yep. This is weird. No one said anything about magic. Dude. At best, we spoke about the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. The fuck?
He doesn't like me because I'm how do we word this? Oh yeah, very straightforward. I suppose as a brutally honest is another one I get every now and then. I get that a lot actually. Loud, I've been called that a few times. But that was just a downright lie, Muhammad. You know that as well as I do. I at no stage have mentioned anything about magic.
Simply
Mohammed,
said,
can you
he
answer?
doesn't.
Sorry, man. Go ahead.
Simply said, he doesn't know. How is it that he can make a claim on how something works if he does not know how it works? If he's never been there to measure it, take a sample of it, test it, actually see what it looks like, other than just having the position that everybody else has, which is just standing on the surface of the earth and looking up at the lights in the sky. How is it he's supposed to say this is what it is and this is how it works? He can't. The globe claims that they know exactly what everything is in the sky. They know all of the whys, all of the whats, and they've never been there to take the measurements, to take the samples. The only thing they did was look in the sky, make a story, and then use some math to reify what they're saying.
Mohammed, can I ask you, dude? Since we last spoke, right? In the last 24 hours or so, how much fucking Professor Dave did you watch?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Nothing? Did you watch
Yeah, I
any
promise.
other kind of like, big wig, discussions on this?
Not discussions. I just watched some reacts.
Flat Earth
Some
or
reacts.
something?
Reactions. So you just
Yeah.
flat Earth and then started watching what you found?
Yeah. First of all, I want to apologize for the last sentence I used. I mean, that's a little bit emotional, but yeah, I think I know what to search for. So yeah, thanks.
Could you answer me this? Could you give like a short list of names of the channels that you want? So we may or may not be
Uh,
familiar with them.
I mean, I forgot the names, but it was a black dude, black like flat earther, some globe earthers. I forgot the names, but one of them was, for example, Austin Whitlist, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, so you watched some Witsit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it?
No, other flat earthers too. Not much, but I forgot the name. There was a black dude. I forgot
What about Globe?
the name.
What about Globe Side?
Globe earther, one of them was obviously this Professor Dave guy, and the other
Uh-huh.
was I again forgot the name. He was a like yeah, and a middle aged guy. I forgot the name too.
Okay.
That's my fault, actually.
All right. I just asked because the arguments that you've been putting forward are very, very common, right? And a lot of people that would use them would cite some of these guys, right? At least the other night when you came in and brought in Professor Dave, right? You were open about, hey, look, this is something I heard. I want you guys to hear the conversation so we can critique it, yada, yada, yada. Right? It wasn't you adopting his argument as being true and then trying to argue it on his behalf, so to speak. But the way you were speaking this evening did sound like that. So I was just curious, if you had seen something else and you're like, oh shit, this is a slam dunk, and then tried to come in here with it or something.
First of all, this whole 24-hour sun thing that I brought on the table was not just from him. I watched lots of reels and shorts and videos that made sense to me personally. And when I
Yeah.
said that, okay, guys, let's listen to his debate, Professor Dave, it wasn't because like I was hiding behind him. First of all, my English is not that good, and I apologize for that.
Don't
And
worry
he
about
could
that,
like
man. It's all good.
literally, yeah, say things in a more fluent way that won't like take the discussion to nowhere. I thought
Oh,
in that
don't
case
worry
it would
about
be
that, man.
something pointful.
Don't worry about that, man. It's coming through just fine, I think.
Yeah.
But do you recognize that pointing to the sun, right, and trying to argue from there is at best boring it doesn't say anything. It's non sequitur. It's tangential to the topic at hand. Do you understand that part?
I mean, to be honest, I don't want to but no, it doesn't make sense to me because, as I said, in order
Okay.
for that phenomenon to take place, they literally require the curvature, and I know that you guys say
Well,
that
how about this?
that could be anything. That could be
It
anything.
requires a
But
list
what
of
matters is
assumptions.
measurements of the ground.
Hang on, dude.
I get it. I see your point of view,
But
but
consider this, though.
If these things literally require curvature, right, Mohammed? You just said that these phenomena literally require curvature, and we
Yes.
don't measure curvature. What does that say for your phenomena?
I mean, obviously there had been some measurements by scientists, not by me, but
Show them.
If your
by
phenomena literally require curvature and there is zero measured curvature, what does that say about your phenomena?
yeah, that was the conclusion. I just want to prove that your measurements might be wrong. That's it.
Pardon
That
me.
would be a fair.
You said that scientists have measured.
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Mohammed?
That was off topic. Yeah, that was off topic. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. If you say scientists have measured, because, our flat Earth measurements are incorrect. Other people have measured the surface of the Earth and measured curvature. Have you seen those?
No, personally, no.
Okay, so why'd you say it then?
I was just trying to say that if you meet
sorry, dude, before I get upset, at best, I'll give you that's anecdotal. Now, that's at best. At worst, you're just lying and making stuff up now.
No, I don't need to lie.
So you have seen it
because,
then. The
I don't
measurements
get
that the
anything.
scientists have taken that prove that we're wrong, that the Earth is curved, you've seen those measurements. Be honest,
Okay,
dude.
yeah, I mean, okay, my intention was that, very probably those scientists must have measured. Okay, I
Probably.
haven't seen them, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay, yeah. Very probably you hope that someone has measured Earth curvature. Okay. We thought that too 10 years
Yeah.
ago, and we haven't found that yet. It's not like we're
Okay.
not looking down certain corridors or not Googling certain terms.
Yeah,
when we look for the proof that they should have when they say the surface of the Earth is curved, which would be them directly measuring the curvature of the Earth, we don't find any. At best, we find reification based on presuppositions and calculations, never measurements.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and that is exactly what I'm trying to do, to find those measurements and say that your measurements were probably wrong.
Okay, just before I disappear, they're not our measurements, they're everybody's measurements. Me, you, and everybody on the surface of the Earth measure a horizontal Earth. That's how we get level with the Earth. When we build, right, constructions and so on, we build from a level. We get that level because that's what we measure from the Earth. So it's not just me and Matrix and the people in this channel saying when we measure the Earth it's flat. It'll be you as well. It'll be everybody all the
I
time
see.
because that's how surveying's done.
Yeah. Just I'm just being curious. I just want to clarify myself. Okay, it's not like I'm debating or anything, because I don't know much about this stuff. May I ask how just you measure? It was with calculations or like with tools and stuff?
With tools, with surveying tools. So electromagnetic signals, direct line of sight technology, usually known as lasers. So
Okay,
surveying
would you
tools.
please Yeah, would you please write the resource for me that the time that event happened and you measured the Earth, so I literally search for it.
Posted. I gave you a huge list. And I gave you the citation saying that the distance to the horizon can be measured with 1.2 times the square root of the observation height in feet. So it's not our measurement, it's geometry. They've given you a radius value, it has to fit the geometry.
Yeah, okay, I get it. So this is the last one, is it? The global
No, that's the last one.
geometry and measurement?
Go to where I posted, right? At 11 minutes after the hour. I gave you a screenshot from me asking the question to the Google, and the AI gave me the response. Okay.
Oh, I see. I see.
And right
So
after that is a laundry list of people using lasers and checking the Earth for curvature.
yeah.
In each of their videos, they go into detail on what they did. If it says Dr. John D., he's extensive in his explanation and the descriptions of the environment he's testing. If you see the FE core, that's 25 miles. That's field engineer core, not flat earth core. And they extensively measure the environment and get great details on the environment. They even lay it out in a PDF. And in their video, they use the PDF to describe the thing that they were doing.
Yeah, I see.
All right. And then the point of what we're saying is that you can do this yourself. You can scrutinize yourself as much as you want.
I see, yeah. Yeah, I will search for them. Thank you. And for another time, I just want to uh, apologize for the last sentence I said about magic and Superman and Wonder Woman and stuff like that. It was so unconsiderate about me. I apologize. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.